Hey y'all, I'm just getting everything situated so I can get started on client number 5. And I was responding to the remaining clients and giving them their number. That's what took me so long. Sorry about that. Okay, let me get client number 5 reading out. So we got 11 clients to read. I'm going to actually change the title. Clients 5 through 16. There we go. All right, we're about to get started on client number 5. All right, client number 5. All right, client number 5, how you doing? Thank you for booking with me. Let's get into your reading. I'm pulling up your question right now. Question related to work. You think something's going on, but you can't figure out what it is. You want to know if there's a promotion coming your way or a pink slip. Okay, you're trying to confirm what your intuition is telling you. Let's see. What's in store at work for my client? What should my client expect at work in the near future as far as her staying or leaving, as far as her being promoted or fired? Looks like you're going to be noticed more and be taken in consideration for a promotion. You got Candle here. Candle talks about management, high ranking, and visibility. Maybe you haven't gotten what you wanted at work yet because you kind of like stay under the radar. You're being advised to do things to make yourself more seen, engage more, add more feedback, maybe even volunteer for certain stuff so you can be seen and considered for promotions. But it doesn't look like they're firing you. It looks like you're going to stay exactly where you are until you do something to make yourself more visible to be considered for a promotion. Hold on. Let's see. Where's my cards? Here we go. All right, tell me more, please, on what my client needs to know about what's next for her at her existing job. The King of Cups, the Hermit, the back of the Hermit. That's interesting. Back of the Hermit. Okay. The Ten of Cups, the back of the King of Wands, the Two of Swords, the back of the Devil, the Sun, and Judgment. I don't see you losing your job, but you are getting some advice if you want to, you are getting some advice if you want to move up in a company. I don't see you getting fired, but I don't see you getting promoted. But it doesn't mean that it's impossible for you to get promoted. The cards are suggesting what you need to do to be considered for a promotion. Make yourself more visible. Stay away from cliques, especially cliques that don't have a good rapport with leadership. You got to stay away from certain people that talk too much. You cannot be associated with a particular group of people at work because you'll get the same label that they got and get passed up on plenty opportunities. So the back of the Hermit talks about that. The back of the Hermit talks about people having the right and the free will to live their life without the pursuit of wisdom, but that's not who you are. So it's alluding to you having ties with people that think like this. And if you're not like them, then what the hell are you doing around them then? You know what I'm saying? So they want you to cut off certain people, make it about work. If you want to build rapport with people, make sure they're in leadership or they have a good reputation. Who you know and who you hang with and how you present yourself is what's going to get you where you want to be. And what's crazy is you don't have to be an expert. You don't have to be an expert at anything. You just got to know enough to be able to grow and learn more and be coachable and not be associated with any drama. And you'll be able to move up just like that in your company. They want you to start volunteering. You got the Sun, the back of the Devil. Again, it's talking about you breaking free from toxic people. The company that you keep at work is not good. I'm not sure who they're alluding to, but I think you know, whoever you talking to, they probably got a bad reputation and it's already labeled in some way. And you being around them puts you in that label too. So be very careful about that. You don't have friends. You can be friendly, and you got to watch who you friendly with at work. Be cordial, but you don't have friends unless they like in management and they got a good rapport with people that can make shit happen. Other than that, you ain't got no friends at work. Your future look bright if you do these things that the spirits have suggested you to do. Your future look bright. Get yourself out there. Be seen. Seems like you just punch in and punch out, do what you got to do and leave. They want your voice to be heard more in meetings. They want you to give more feedback to your supervisor or your team lead, whoever. You got to be more outspoken and engage more. And you'll get what you want in no time. That's what I have for you. I wish you the best. Overall, it's really good energy. So it's not a pink slip or a promotion coming, but you could turn that around and manifest a promotion by doing the things that the spirit suggested, and you'll be fine. It's all about you playing the game and understanding your company politics, and you'll be all right. I'm hearing 6 months. You do that for 6 months, you'll be noticed, and you'll be considered for jobs that you apply for. All right. I wish you the best. Thank you so much for booking with me, and you have a good day. Bye. All right. So let's go to client number 6. All right, client number 6, thank you so much for booking with me. I hope all is well. Let's get into your reading. You scared you'll be sorry for your loss. Okay. You want to know if you should move back, if you should go back to taking care of your grandmother or not, given the backstory with your uncle. Okay. Let's see. I'm being led to a different deck. Okay. Taking into consideration what happened between my client and her uncle, should she go back to being her grandmother's caregiver and go back to her grandmother's house? You got the sun. It's looking like you should go back. And you should talk to the people before you go back. Do you have paperwork and documentation that proves that you're supposed to be there? Because if you do, you're fine. But it's better if you get ahead of it than to avoid it, because you're gonna look guilty. Yeah, your uncle's mind is made up, but you can avoid any type of consequences if you just approach it calm and cool and collective head on and talk to the authorities and be like, hey, you know, there's a issue with such and such, and I'm supposed to be here to take care of my grandmother. I'm not sure what the problem is, but I would like to try to find a way to get this resolved as soon as possible in the safe, most efficient way without the drama, if possible. Yeah, it's talking about you need a community. You need community support, some type of leadership. Your conscience is right. I want you to understand your intuition is completely correct about avoiding the wrath of the uncle. But there's a way that you can navigate around this by facing it head on to get ahead of it. So if he does decide to make a phone call, there's already a conversation, there's already paperwork, there's already a paper trail of you taking initiative to rectify it and put your side out there. Because he's not going to stop. Yeah. The sun is all about your consciousness, your intuition when it comes to that particular tarot deck. So your conscience is spot on about that. But you can't just stay where you are. You need to talk to the authorities and put your side of the story to the test. They need to know your side. Because if you continue to run, you look guilty as hell. You got to face it head on. So yes, you should go back, but you should talk to the authorities first. What can my client look forward to talking to the authorities? Now, I'm not a lawyer. I'm not licensed to give legal advice, but I can tell you what come out. Courtship, adjudication in reverse. They're going to take his side. What do you mean? Hold on. Can you clarify? Please clarify adjudication in reverse, because it's looking like they're going to take his side. Why is adjudication in reverse for my client? Family room in reverse, because you just got there. They're going to look at you as a newcomer, i.e. a trouble starter. What can official person in reverse? Are you just there to take care? You don't have no paperwork or nothing like that that solidifies you being the legal caregiver? It don't look like you do. If you had that type of paperwork, you would be fine. But in the meantime, you need to get that. You need to establish fact as to why you're there and your reason for being obligated to be there before you say anything to anybody. Because right now, he got you by the balls. He got you by the balls. He got you. Damn. Advice. You're going to have to face it head on anyway. At least when you do go to the police station, you can have your documents in order. Hey, I just moved down here. My grandmother, blah, 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 blah. Here's the paperwork. I'm a live-in caregiver for her. I'm not sure what this person's problem is. Maybe they don't want me there, but by law, I have a right to be there. I'll just do it that way. You have to establish yourself before you do anything. Because right now, it's his word against yours, and his word looks more creditable than yours right now, from what I can see. The Hermit and the Five of Discs. Yeah. Stay your ass away until you get your paperwork in order. Stay away. And I believe we did a reading on this not too long ago, and you were asked to avoid confrontation, I'm not sure how well you went about doing that, but here we are. And this is what you got to deal with moving forward. You got to be very strategic. Got to be very strategic. I wouldn't go back there until you talk to the police, and I wouldn't even talk to the police until you got established documentation or proof that you're supposed to be there as your grandmother's caregiver. Because if you don't have that lined up, they're not trying to hear nothing you got to say. That's an old person word against yours. Now, if you had your paperwork together, they'll be like, okay, well, maybe they don't know what they're talking about. Maybe, they senile, or maybe, they missed their dose of medication. We're going to give her the benefit of the doubt. But right now, you don't have that advantage. So there you go. That's what I have. I sincerely wish you the best. Thank you so much for booking with me. And you have a good day. Bye, number 6. Sorry, number 6. Okay. Alrighty. I'll be there in 1 second. Okay. Mm. I'm sorry, I have to give this person their money back. Trying to look them up. Mm. Hmm. Let me see. Who is this? Yes, it's closed. Hey, Shantae85, how you doing? All right, the list is officially closed. Everybody should have their number. I'm waiting on one person to reach out to me so I can process their refund. I'm sorry. She just sent her money too. Mm, all right, we can get back started and wrap this up. We left off at client number 7. I'm sorry, I need a pause, a cough drop. Mm, okay. Okay, number 7. Thank you so much for booking with me, number 7. I hope all is well. Let's get into your reading. You want to know what do you need to know at this time? Let's see. What does my client need to know at this time? That you're growing spiritually. A rough patch is coming to an end. Somebody that did you dirty is feeling remorse and grieving the loss of you, or very hurt that you guys are not on the same page anymore. And you can't go backwards. You got to move forward. You might not know where you're going right now, but going backwards is not an option. So get ready for new beginnings. And just because people are apologizing and sorry doesn't mean they deserve to be back in your life. Get used to the new normal. You are growing spiritually too. You are definitely growing and evolving spiritually with the high priestess here. You haven't quite went through an ascension yet, but you're on your way of doing so. They're healing some type of heartache, and they're giving you justice for people that's done you wrong, such as lovers, children, and random people slandering you. That's linked to lovers and children. It could involve a Pisces, a Cancer, a Libra, an Aries. Let's see what else you need to know. The Hermit. Yeah. You're going through a spiritual ascension and just a lot of adjustments in your life. With the Hermit being here, it's time for you to be by yourself. Not because you're being punished, but this is the best way for you to go through your purification, heal, regroup, gather your strength, and keep certain people out of your life, or at least at a distance. And it looks like you've been getting readings from like false prophets or listening to messages that don't apply to you. Be careful who you give your money to. Actually, okay. Where is it at? Okay. Here we go. They want you to be careful. They want you to evolve spiritually, but they don't want you to be so eager and do something out of impulse that you end up regretting, like joining spiritual groups, connecting with a spiritual teacher, doing certain spiritual work that you don't know the ins and out of, because you could easily skip a step and cause more damage than you want, than good. They don't want you doing anything impulsively. They just want you to sit and be still and let whatever happen. Let whoever want to leave, leave. Let whoever want to stay, possibly stay. But they want you to develop your connection with your ancestors and your spirit guides a little bit better so you can be better guided. Because right now you're just freestyling, free winging, and it's not really doing much for you. And they want you to proceed with caution with getting readings from other readers and watching different messages of the tarot. Because, like, one portion of advice may be good for you or may resonate, but it may not be exactly the information that you need at that moment. And you take it all in and get yourself in a murky situation. They want you to know that it's a need for reflection right now. You're going to be guided to some type of unusual teacher, and that is through genuine relationships that you'll have with people that will give you what you're looking for, or you'll find what you're looking for. They want you to know that you'll be traveling for new opportunities as well. Be wary of groups of people and honor your ancestors. So it's time for you to be by yourself and not just staring at a wall, hunting rabbits or watching paint dry, praying, meditating, fasting, going through a spiritual purification. Because it's just so much drama surrounding you, and it's not particularly your fault, but you're being advised to move away from it. I think it may be time for you to take a break from readings too. Personal, general, just social media in general. Can't make it up. What this card say? Healthy choices. Healthy choices. Thank you, angels, for guiding me to make healthy decisions. You got to get out your comfort zone. And sometimes the best things for us are the hardest things for us to do. But take it one day at a time. That's what I have. I wish you the best. Thank you so much for booking with me, and you have a good day. Bye-bye. Oh. Mm. Um. Okay. Mm-hmm. No, you didn't. Before you got here, the title said it was closed. Going forward, just make sure you read the title so you can stay in the loop with everything, because look like you came a little too late. I'll be back tomorrow, though. All right. There you go. Okay, so I think we're good to go. We can move forward without any further delays. I'm just checking my other folders to see if I missed anybody. Excuse me. Okay. All right, we on client number 8. Hold on. Nicole, respectfully, check your email. This is not the best way to communicate with me, especially with stuff like this. Check your email and respond to me via email, and I'll get back with you. I think I sent you an email as well, so check your email. It's rude for me to have a conversation with you while I'm reading for other people. I'm sure you wouldn't want me to do that if I was reading for you. Have an ongoing conversation with somebody in the chat. All right. All right, number 8. All right, number 8, thank you so much for booking with me. I hope all is well. Let's get into your reading. Okay, so caught a guy staying with you on the phone with another woman, so you decided to contact her. Does he plan on pursuing her when he moves out? You about to kick him out. I don't blame you. Does this person in question that you just kicked out plan on pursuing her when he moves out? Okay, let's see. Okay. He contacting it. Lord, at the bottom of the deck, you got intuition. You already know the answers that you seek. So yes, you got obsession. Someone in this connection is gripped by obsessive thoughts. You got children. Her or him got children. Children aren't important. Children aren't important to this partnership. And then you got boundaries. Firm boundaries are needed now. So the person that this guy is trying to pursue don't even want him. Not like that. She's kind of on guard, and he is kind of up her ass, like, cause she's standoffish. She look at him as rather weird to a degree, and her guard is up with him. He likes her way more than she like him. Like, she don't seem to be that interested in him. It does look like he's gonna try to pursue her when he moves out, but it don't look like it's gonna go anywhere because she don't want him like that. He too excited. Let's see. What does this guy plan on doing with said woman when he moves out of my client's house? She don't want him like that. Yeah, this is sad as hell. He looked like a whole clown to her. Let's see. I'm so sorry for laughing, but you got the High Priestess side of the moon, the back of the Page of Wands, and the front of the Page of Cups. He's going to attempt to pursue her. She's going to ghost him. She's going to have him on red. She's going to take her precious little time responding to him. She don't like him like that. And he's going to feel stupid. He's going to start talking to people whose opinions he values about you and about her and what he should do. And he hasn't realized he fucked up royally yet, but he will when she gives him the cold shoulder after he leaves your house. This is just like, this connection wasn't ever going anywhere. I don't know if she just dealt with him because she bored or he stroked her ego or something like that, but she don't like him like that. It looked like she's straight up stringing him along, and when she get tired of him, she gonna disappear. I'm gonna pull some cards from What's the Gossip Oracle deck. Well, What's the Gossip Oracle deck. What is happening next between my client said person and the female in question? Past life, previous connection, unexplained familiarity, soul memory. I've known you before. So there's a connection there, but it's like it's gonna stay in the past. I don't see it progressing into anything. Maybe this was an ex or something like that, but whoever this person is, whether they're new, old, she don't really want him like that. Energy vampire, draining connection, toxic influence, protect your energy, time to cut cords. Let it go. Releasing grudges, emotional freedom, forgiving yourself and others, free your heart. Hidden agenda, secret intentions, manipulation disguised as kindness. Hidden motivations, too helpful to trust. Situationship, unclear boundaries, mixed signals, more than friends, less than lovers. What are we? This person about to get strung along. If it like he already being strung along. Okay. What is my client's person in question's next moves towards her? Let's see. Hustle mode and past life and blind date. So he's going to try to make you think that he's not thinking about you and he's moved on. He's going to try to get himself together as far as work, grind hard, ambition, determined effort, sleep can wait. He still has a connection towards you with past life, but his pride is going to influence him to act like he's moving on and ain't thinking about you, but he's going to try to stalk you and make it seem like it's just y'all was at the same place at the same time. He's going to try to keep tabs on you and plan some fake unexpected occurrence, unexpected meeting between y'all. Awkward introductions, unexpected, Meeting could be love or disaster. Yeah, he's going to try to pull a trick like that up his sleeve to get back in good graces with you. Lord, that's what I have. I wish you the best. Thank you so much for booking with me, and you have a good day. Bye. Okay, number 9. Uh-oh. I think I got an email. Let me respond to that email first. Okay. Um, oh, there we go. Okay. So we can keep that there. Uh-oh. Here we are. There we go. Okay. All right, number 9. Thank you so much for booking with me. I hope all is well. Let's get into your reading. You want to know if you should be protecting yourself from spiritual attacks from your spouse, ex, or your ex. Okay. Let's just start with figuring out if there's any type of spiritual warfare thrown against you. Let's just start there. In general, number 9, whether there's warfare or not, you should already be protecting yourself. You should be protecting yourself, having a daily ritual or routine to cleanse your energy and protect it. You always want to do this just in case something happens. You'll already be prepared. This is supposed to be part of your lifestyle. Going forward, you don't want to wait until a fight happens to start protecting yourself. You want to already be protected. Okay. Is there any spiritual attacks against my client at this time, please? Are there any spiritual attacks against my client at this time, please? Are there any spiritual attacks against my client at this time, please? Thank you. Seven of Swords. Yes. Sneaky too. This is somebody that they're knowledgeable. They know some things. They're not a master, or expert, number 9, but they do have a certain level of knowledge to where they can throw rocks and hide their hands, spiritually speaking, when it comes to attacks. Okay, we all have to find our values in life, and this person is facing decisions that'll put them on one side or the other of the story. Are they making money off others in an abusive manner? Are they getting justice for being wronged? Are they just straight up stealing something? Theft of something important, losing face publicly, a surprise reward that clears lingering problems, and gaining wealth if you don't have it and losing it if you do. They want you to be clear about your morality. Pray to your spirit guides, the Most High, Jesus, who you're connected to. Yeah. They're not going to tell me certain things. They want you to go directly to source. They may respond through a dream, astral projection, something like that. But I'm going to pull some more cards. But yeah, someone is attacking your finances. It's someone that you know. It's a masculine. Blue, white, red, gray, and brown could be significant colors. But this is somebody that you know. It's a masculine. Who is this? Can you help better describe this masculine that's attacking my client spiritually? Let's see. Yep. And specifically, they're attacking your finances. Let's see. This could be linked to car trouble, a Cancer, Pisces, or a Scorpio, as well as an Aquarius. This is somebody that you were romantically engaged with. Definitely somebody that you were romantically involved with. They can have water placements in their chart. Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, the North Node. Hold on. Okay. Yeah, this is somebody you were in a romantic relationship with. You guys could have had disputes over a car. You may need to save for car trouble in the future, but this person feels rejected by you. They feel slighted by you. And it's something about your happiness that pisses them off. They want some type of one-up or leverage on you. What's the tea surrounding this person to help my client get a better understanding of who this is? Because it could be the people that you mentioned, or it could be somebody else that you dated. It could, or, whoever. Let's just see. Spirit, please give us insight on who this is to help my client get a better understanding of the person that's throwing bad energy at her. Thank you. Same shit, different day. They could have had you in a third-party situation with love triangle here. You also got dodging bullets. This isn't this person's first time doing this with dodging bullets. They tried it before and you were protected from it. It bounced back off of you onto them. Blocking negativity, escaping crazy people, protected by haters. And you got an offer and marrying for money. This is the ex-spouse. This is the ex-spouse. This is who's doing it. This is who you need to protect yourself from. So whatever spiritual practices that you already have in place, they seem to work the last time he played with you. And it looks like they will work this time as well. Before I close your reading out, I will pull some cards from the Batakas of the Orisha for advice before closing your reading out. Uh-oh. Here we go. The Hierophant and the Ace of Wands. Yeah, you need to call on a high-ranking high-ranking spirit to help you with your protection and or retaliation with this, towards this person with the Hierophant. You're not bad at your spiritual knowledge too, and your practitioner skills as well. The spirits are acknowledging you as being someone that seeks to be wise and have great spiritual skills, and you certainly have a lot of potential. But how you handle your relationship with those who own the mystery that you want access to will determine a lot. They want you to connect with a spirit guide or somebody that you've already been working with to manifest, to learn more. They want you to find balance between your desire and the rules in front of you. Find balance between desire and the rules in front of you. They want you to return to your studies so you can learn a little more before you do anything to retaliate. You can protect yourself as well, but they want you to learn other ways, more effective ways that last longer to protect yourself. They want you to know that you got people, this person that threw magic at you will take what you have if given the chance. They want you to study, be honest and above reproach. Start connecting with your spirit guides for information and guidance. This goal requires a lot of sacrifice as well as keeping your ego in check. Because when you do get ready to retaliate or protect yourself, it's going to be so good. It's going to make you feel so good that you may get an ego from it. Try not to, just have gratitude. Why is the Ace of Wands here? Yeah, before you do anything, they want you to consult with the spirits and study more. The Ace of Wands highlights a need for you to go start something with clarity and commitment. We cannot know the full detail of the journey ahead, but we must set the process of creation in motion. There's likely been a lot of chaos leading up to this point that needs to be left behind. So they're acknowledging some type of drama between you and the said person that is attacking you spiritually. They want you to know that your spirit guides is about to or have already given you a clear direction and you can start working on it. They also want you to know that you still have energy and time if you begin now. You feel where you are called to serve, but your ego holds you back. Do not burn things down just as they are beginning. They want you to know, put faith in your spirit guides, and anything inauthentic in your life needs to go ASAP. All right, that's what I have. I wish you the best. It's not about you being able to conquer and do things to protect yourself and get justice. It's how you do it. And also, I'm hearing when you do it. So the time and the process of how you do it is important, and they don't want you to do anything impulsive prior to doing anything, prior to retaliating or even protecting yourself. They even want you to consult with them. Initially, I thought you'd be fine with just protecting yourself because it looks like whatever you did before worked out. But something may be a little different, and they want to consult with you before you do anything. They may want to help you. They may want you to call for it. They may want you to call them for an extra layer of protection, to add to what you've already done for yourself or what you're going to do for yourself. But definitely call your spirit guides and pray about it before you do anything, and you'll get an answer. That's what I have for you. I wish you the best. Thank you so much for booking with me, and you have a good evening. Bye. All right, number 10. Thank you so much for booking with me. Let's get into your reading. You've been feeling like you want to date again. Thinking about dating online because you be on the road a lot. You want to know if Spirit has any advice for you as you step out to give dating and love another chance. Got you. All right, let's see. Okay, I won't use those. Any advice to my client on stepping back out there and dating again and being open to love again? It doesn't have to be all or nothing, and know when to leave. It's not that you don't know how to love. Sometimes you don't know when to leave. And you run the show. You set the pace. You establish healthy boundaries and keep your options open. With every person you date, it doesn't have to be all or nothing. You're just exploring the connection and seeing where it goes. Just like the other person. With Two of Pentacles and the Eight of Wands, date responsibly, but don't put all your eggs in one basket. Meaning, don't just set your eyes on one person and, just hope that it works out. Keep your options open while you dating this person and you become attracted to another person or somebody else reach out to you that you may want to get to know them. Get to know them because you might not strike gold the first connection. It might be the second or the third or the fourth. It just depends. But it's not all or nothing. You can't look at it like that. Well, and they want you to be more confident. Don't overshare either. Do more listening. Answer questions that are asked of you. But you being more of a mystery makes you more attractive. You being hard to figure out is what gravitates people towards you and makes them more interested in you. You could be meeting an Aries, a Gemini, a Virgo, a Taurus, a Leo, Scorpio, Aquarius, or a Sagittarius in the future. Let's see what your oracle messages are. Yeah, you got new love coming. They want you to let go of something from the past too. And so what? You may not be everybody's type, and damn sure everybody ain't your type too. That doesn't mean that love is impossible for you and you got to settle for some bullshit. You do not have to settle. Go slow, take time to get to know these people, keep your options open. You do have new love and a reconciliation coming towards you too. Leave the reconciliation alone. Focus on the new. Anybody that has rejected you in the past or anybody that will be standoffish and reject you in the future, that's your protection. Don't focus on it. Don't beat yourself up as if you're the problem or you're not perfect enough, or it don't have nothing to do with that. The fact of the matter is you're going to meet good people, you're going to meet all right people, and you're going to meet some ain't shit people. And hire and fire accordingly. Don't waste your time. Don't take it personal. It's not you. It's not because you need to be a certain way. Fuck them. And even if you do so, they probably need to be a certain way too. It'd be like, I follow Drewski on YouTube. My daughter just turned me on to him. And he has like shorts where he does skits on how these dirty ass, bum ass guys be talking to their other bum ass friends about how they woman gotta be like this, or titties perky like this, ass fat like this, waist small like this. They gotta make this amount of money. They got to have their nails done all the time. They got to have their toes done when they wearing a dirty ass tight ass t-shirt and dirty ass pants and shoes, dirty ass hat. Little line inside the rim of the hat, all that's dirty. But they want their girlfriends to be perfect when they are dusty as hell. You can't take this stuff so personal. Let it go. And instead of worrying about if they are serious about you, flip that shit. You need to be focusing on what they're doing so you can take them seriously. Period. You too hard on yourself. Too damn hard on yourself. You got your last card talks about healing. Old wounds and childhood issues need revisiting. This may be the root cause of you staying in connections past its expiration date and choosing certain folks that you choose and love, the type of men that you choose. Too hard on yourself. But that's what I have for you. I wish you the best. Thank you so much for booking with me. Congratulations on your journey of love and dating. I hope all goes well. And shit, hire and fire accordingly. Nobody in this earth is perfect. They ain't talking right, acting right, get rid of their ass. And you don't owe them an explanation or anything. You don't owe them shit. Bye. For real. And I said that with my chest. I meant that. Fuck them. Okay, I think we're on number 11. Yep. All right, I'll be right back. Okay. All right, number 11, thank you so much for booking with me. I hope all is well. Let's get into your reading. Will you end up getting a relationship with J, or will it be Q? Or are you not meant to be with neither one of them? Okay. I usually don't answer questions like this because you're talking about two different people. So it's two different questions. You see what I'm saying? We're not talking about the same people. But let's see. Are you meant to be in a relationship with Jay? Are you meant to be in a relationship with Jay? Are you meant to be in a relationship with Jay? Are you meant to be in a relationship with Q? Q is looking iffy. Based off these cards, hell no. But we're going to get more into it. Q is looking iffy. I'm going to tell you that now. More on J, please. More on J. More on J. More on Q, please. Okay. Set Q to the side and let's work on J. You got Judgment here, the Page of Swords, the 9 of Wands, the Page of Wands, the 10 of Cups, the 8 of Cups, the 5 of Swords, and the Fool. This is not a picture-perfect relationship, not to say that any relationship is, but you can do better than this. You may have to make an example out of him to get him to behave right. He's the type that don't want you to do anything, but he want to do shit behind your back. Rules for thee, but not for me type of energy. Do as I say, but not as I do type of energy. He can be rather childish and not that great with money. He does seem to have genuine feelings for you, but his practical adulting skills need a lot of work. It's going to take more than his emotions and interest in you for y'all to have a successful connection. You may end up leaving him alone because his mindset is very immature and outdated, and you're far ahead of him when it comes to practicality. But it looks like you guys will separate and he will come back to try to have another chance with you. You may give him a chance, but let's see. Got breadcrumbing, toxic love, and love bomb. You probably won't. After you break up with him, you probably won't see him no more. Because, I mean, he doesn't bring much to the table financially. He cares, but y'all don't have the same love language. It's something about the connection is toxic, and he knows how to chase, but once he gets what he wants, he loses momentum. He loses ambition and drive to keep you. Once he gets you, he don't know how to keep you. So whatever he's going to do to pursue you is not what he's going to continue to do to keep you, and if y'all were to take it to the next level. Breadcrumbing, giving minimal attention, keeping options open, vague promises, never committing fully. Toxic love, pain disguised as passion. Addictive patterns, harmful attachment, can't live without. Yeah, so he has the capability to have an unhealthy attachment to you. Then you got love bombed, intense affection too quickly, excessive attention, overwhelming charm, hidden control. And that's crazy because I thought that he was a better option than Q. Q don't look too good either. I'm gonna be real. But we'll get there when we get there. We got Aries, Gemini, Scorpio, Pisces, Aries, Aquarius, and Scorpio. Now let's go to Q. We got Death, 3 of Swords, the back of the Queen of Swords, and the back of the Queen of Pentacles. I see a problem already. And this is the problem that I saw when I was pulling cards. It's 2 court cards here. There's already you and somebody else that he's juggling. Likely, if you were to leave, he'll end up regretting Whoever leaves first, if you leave before this person does, you will be his regret. If this other person leaves before you do, they'll be his regret. Yep. It's a third party situation going on right now between you, Q, and somebody else. The signs I have are Scorpio, Libra, Sagittarius, and Capricorn. Self-care Sunday, prioritizing rest, recharge emotionally, pampering yourself, me time matters. So this is somebody that's not going to respect you if you too clingy. He got to chase you. You got to have your own thing going on. And you have to have a lot of self-love, a lot of healthy boundaries in order for this person to respect you. And the person that has those boundaries and those qualities that end up leaving first is the one that he may pursue and drop the other one for. That's if you even want them, you know? Then you got red flags. Sorry, let me go to this next card, the card before. Hustle mode, grinding hard, ambitious drive, determined effort, sleep can wait. Yeah, he can't handle somebody that's too clingy or too invested in him. It turns him off. The type of woman that'll put him in his place is somebody that flat out don't need him, uh, only does shit when she's ready to do it, not when he's ready to do it. She has her own money, she's busy, she has her own life. And yeah, and she has very high standards and strong boundaries. That's the one he'll bend over backwards for. All that meet me halfway shit, we're a team and I care about you. He don't respect that. He don't. You got red flags, warning signs, ignored intuition, potential trouble, you knew better. Blind date and false alarm. Surprise meeting, unexpected chemistry, awkward introductions, could be love or disaster. And you also got false alarm, exaggerated panic, uh, unnecessary drama, overreaction to minor events, much ado about nothing. So this person is over the top. And I'm going to say neither. I mean, I didn't get a good energy, a safe enough energy for neither two of them. So yeah, throw both of them away. What's your advice? Children, warning, rejection. Yeah. You got quite a few messages. You got children. Children are important to this partnership. So one of them got kids, whether they know it or not. You got warning. Don't dismiss the red flags here. Maybe you can have kids and these people are just not good to be around your kids. But you got rejection. This rejection is actually divine protection. You got patience. Everything will unfold in divine timing. Abundance. You've done all the work. Abundance flows to you. Abundance flows to you now. And different pages. You and this person don't share the same vision. Basically, focus on your family, your household, your money, your career. And that's how you'll attract a good, high value, quality person. Because these two ain't that. You got to do too much to keep them in line. And you want somebody that's already fixed. You don't got time to be trying to fix and raise a nigga. No, I ain't got time for that. That's what I have. You have a lovely evening. Thank you so much for booking with me. All right, we on number 12 now. Okay, I'm trying to properly articulate and sum this up, what you're saying. What's the future? I'm just gonna keep it at what's the future of the job, because I know you don't like it, and we'll go from there. As far as leadership and all of that, we'll see what comes out. Let's figure out how this affects you, and then we'll go deeper if need be. What's the future of this job? What's the future of my client's job? She don't like it. She want to quit every day. She doesn't like the leadership, except for like maybe one person that helps her maneuver through. Everybody else, everything else, she's over it. What's next for her pertaining to this job? You got options. You can stay and grow in the company and use the higher up as leverage to grow in the company, and maybe go into a different environment where it's not so toxic. Because there is longevity in this company if you know how to play the game. They want you to acquire more knowledge and skill set there too, with books here. You got books, gold, candle, and rose. Books talks about paperwork, contracts, and learning as you go. Writing, taking a class, education, maybe law, understanding the politics, understanding certain things that give you an advantage there. And then you got gold for solid finances, banking, long-term position, satisfying work. So it doesn't look like anybody is, attempting to fire you or anything like that. They plan on keeping you around. The spirits are saying if you want to stay, go to a different department and grow, you got the option to do that too. You got to make yourself more visible, make yourself more seen in a positive light, and they'll give you what you're looking for. They'll help you go to a different department. They'll help you get acclimated in a different role. It seems like you guys have some type of educational resource or tool there that can help you become more savvy in a particular department or industry. That'll help you move up the ranks as well. At the very least, you can take the knowledge that you have from this job and go somewhere else and work somewhere else with that knowledge that you gained. You also got roles here too for financial relief, being content, supportive role, job security, and growing. I don't see you getting fired. If you want to leave, that's an option, but I don't see them kicking you out. If you want to leave, you can do that, but they're not kicking you out. They're not going to fire you. I don't see it. You're being advised to use the resources that you have as a way to get out of the department or role that you're in and go somewhere else where you appear to be more happy. So there you go. Let's see what else comes out. Even though the spirits have given you advice on how to maneuver around this situation, it don't seem like you care. It don't seem like you care or even considering taking the advice, and that is okay. That's okay. It's not the end of the world if you don't want to work there. There are other opportunities for you. You got the Ten of Swords. It can't get any worse than what it already is. That's what this side of the Ten of Swords means. You got the Six of Swords, where it talks about you don't need to make a point, just quietly leave. So yeah, it looks like your mind is already made up, and your spirit guides support that option as well. Go where you're happy. You don't have to make it work here, but if you wanted to, it's a possibility. But you don't have to. You can go somewhere else with the Eight of Cups. Go where you find happiness, because you got death here too. And you got the side of death that talks about an inevitable ending. Not because they're going to fire you, but it's because you're going to leave. And then you got the back of the Fool. The back of the Fool talks about, even though you don't know where you're going back to where you've been is not an option either. So you're not trying to stay here. And then you got the Four of Cups. You are so bored, discontent, and over this place. Flat out, you over it. Period. You over it. What can you, I don't know, what can you tell her? What does she need to know about management? Nothing. The spirits don't really want to get into what's going on with management. They're saying if you're unhappy, leave. You have clarity, you have understanding, you have intelligence. You can go find a job elsewhere with the Ace of Swords and be victorious. And you got the Ten of Pentacles. The Ten of Pentacles talks about how two people meet each other after experiencing some type of traumatic tower moment where they've lost everything or they're rebuilding. And this card also says wherever you're going in the future, it will reward you 10 times over. Well, actually, it says it'll reward you over 1,000 times over. So they're encouraging you to leave if you're that unhappy. It's better opportunities for you elsewhere. So go out there and get them. They're not even trying to entertain the tea on the leadership. Okay. Yeah. You got coughing. This job is ending because you don't want it. You don't want to be there. So you might as well go ahead and start looking for other opportunities. I don't know if you're going to sabotage it to the point where they'll fire you. It doesn't look like they want to do that. But it seems like it's either that or you're just going to quit. And this card, Turtle, talks about you moving for work, making steady progress too. And Ham talks about you manifesting money and getting help getting a job, another job. So you're definitely leaving. And more power to you. You seem to be happier, leaving rather than staying and just going to a different department. That might not, it seems like, that's an opportunity, but that's an opportunity that's an option that you don't have to take. You don't have to do that if you don't want to. But that's what I see. I wish you the best. Thank you so much for booking with me, and you have a good day. Bye. All right, let's go to client number 13. Hold on. I didn't do the timestamp for number 12. Oh, I didn't even realize that. All right, I had to do your timestamp. When I'm done with the live, I'll post it. I'm sorry. All right, number 13. Thank you so much for booking with me. Let's get into your reading. All right. All right, number 13. You want to ask about karmic relationships you've experienced and what guidance Spirit has regarding your future soulmate. I don't know. You want a love reading. Okay, I'm sorry. This segment is not for those type of readings, so I'm going to go ahead and process your refund. I'm sorry, I misread your question. I would have said something sooner, but I guess I didn't thoroughly read your question. So I'm sorry about that. Let me see. How did you pay? Through PayPal? Okay. Let me go ahead and process your refund. Mm, all right, let's move on to client number 14. I had to process another refund, y'all. I'm sorry. Okay. All right, number 14. Thank you so much for booking with me. I hope all is well. Let's get into your reading. Is there longevity and love between you and the Aries? You want to know if it's worth a more serious investment. Good question. Let's see. Is there longevity in love with you and the Aries in question? Because you don't want to waste your time. And that's understandable. Uh-oh. You got the Ace of Swords, the Six of Cups, and you got the back of the Nine of Pentacles, the Three of Swords, the Queen of Wands, the Page of Pentacles, and the Seven of Cups. No, it's nice right now, but it's gonna the fire is gonna start fizzling out soon. There will be regrets. I don't see you sticking around. It looks like the Aries is gonna start breadcrumbing at some point in the future, and I don't see you sticking around. And this person will start to regret you. They'll start to regret how they handle you, rather. Not regret you, but regret how they handle you. Yeah. The spirits want to applaud you and acknowledge your emotional intelligence, because next to the Ace of Swords, you have the shadow side of the Six of Cups that talks about come down from the rapture of love, come back down to earth to be more practical, and don't get caught up in the hype, don't get caught up in the romance and the love bomb and honeymoon stage. And it looks like you're not. You're being very practical, and your practicality will pay off in the future with somebody else. Yeah. This could involve a Gemini, Libra, Aquarius, a Scorpio, another Aries, a Taurus, a Virgo. Let's see what else comes out through the Messages of Love Oracle cards. Yeah, when I saw that Page of Pentacles next to the Queen of Wands, I kind of figured that this person is not financially ready for anything serious either. Yeah, he'll be back. I see him sabotaging the connection, you not having time for it, and he'll be back. Yeah. Yeah. You go get oracle cards. Yeah, this person is going to learn how to appreciate you through the loss of you. He's going to fumble you. Financial challenges are affecting this connection. Then you got denial, attached with love to clearly see the truth. So this person's ego may be bruised if you decide to not tolerate him or his bullshit. Then you got second chance. This relationship deserves a second chance. So it's confirming you walking away and him chasing you, trying to get you back. It'll be up to you. You got vulnerability. You can be completely vulnerable with this person. And then you got warning, don't dismiss the red flags. So in order for this person to really handle you appropriately, he may have to lose you. He may have to lose you and you guys go on a break or whatnot, and he come back with his shit together. Because it looks like he's going to sabotage this. Put the computer away. Working less will help strengthen your relationship. And then you got awakening. Someone is undergoing a spiritual transformation, and you have longing. Someone is secretly yearning for you. So he will suffer in silence after you break up with him, get himself together, and come back and ask for a second chance. And it'll be up to you. Should she give this person a second chance when this happens? Should my client give said person, the Aries, a second chance when this happens? Spiritual lesson. This person is in your life to teach you a spiritual lesson. No, no, no. I think you're meant to teach them a lesson too. To not play games with grown-ass women. Yeah, that's what I see. I wish you the best. Thank you so much for booking with me, and you have a good night. Bye. All right, client number 15. I think we got like 3 or 4 more clients left. Hang on one second. Okay, the client number 15. I hope you guys are doing well. Thank you for sticking around. Okay. All right, number 15. Thank you so much for booking with me. Let's get into your reading. You have an ex, that's an Aries. She's trying to come back. You want to know if you should help him or continue to move on. You want to know if you should help your ex who is going through something financially, or should you continue to move on? Yeah, that's messed up. I'm sorry to hear his circumstances. Let's see. I'm going to use the Pentakis of the Orisha for this. Should my client How should my client move forward with her ex? That's an Aries. How should my client move forward? What's your advice on how my client should handle this ex? That's an Aries. The ex in question is an Aries. Ace of Swords. It's a no. It's a no. The Ace of Swords and the Patakas of the Orisha is different from the Ace of Swords in a traditional tarot deck. It's something deceptive about his energy. And I know he in a messed up situation, but it's something deceptive. It's something new is about to be set in motion, and it's coming with feelings of enthusiasm and desire. Perhaps it's a good idea or not. The character of the person, getting the reading will help determine its nature. However, as a reader, I must be looking for rationalization and justification that the person might be selling themselves and trying to sell to me too. This card talks about a good salesperson, a new plan or opportunity with lots of potential, cunning and insightful people. And if you don't have a 5 or 10-year plan, you need to get on it. The additional feedback is don't blame others for your mistakes. Do not overreach. Protect yourself in business and don't be two-sided. Basically, don't deal with this person. It's not your problem that he don't have no place to go. It's not your problem that he is bad with money. You need to protect yourself. It's like he feels low-key, he feels entitled to you opening your door to him. He feels like he has the right to stay with you because he's been with you before. He has the right. The least you can do is let him stay with you until he get on his feet. You're not obligated to do that. You're not the one that need a 5-year or 10-year plan. He the one that ain't got a pot to piss in and a window to throw it out of, right? The card is more so about him. A good salesperson, he's trying to convince you to let him move back in your space. No. Cunning and insightful people? No. What you doing is signing up for him to freeload off you. I'll pull cards. I'll pull more cards and see what his intentions are. What is said Aries' intentions when it comes to dealing with my client? Can't make it up. That card was enough convincing for me because I know the deck. But you as a client, we could break this down as simplistic as we can. We could break this down however much you want us to. You want me to. What is this person's intentions? It doesn't even talk about his intentions on himself. He just wants to stay somewhere. With the star here, he's hoping that you give him a second chance with the side of death that talks about new opportunities. Then you got the 5 of Swords and the 7 of Wands. He don't even have a plan. He just needs somewhere to live. How long he been like this? Because didn't you kick him out because of this? And he still don't have no plan or nothing? It just seems like he gonna stay with you to procrastinate. And you got the 7 of Wands. How can you defend brokenness? How can you defend not having no money or trying to get none? It just seemed like he wants you to feel sorry for him. I don't know. Let's see. What's the T on this person? He ain't talking about shit. And you probably feel bad and feel sorry for him. But it's based off that Ace of Swords that came out and these other cards, it's deception, it's laziness, it's entitlement, and Don't expect much if you let him in. He don't even have no plan. What's the T? Hustle mode, love bomb, breadcrumbing. Hell no. No. And self-care. You need to be focusing on yourself. This person will disturb your peace. It's giving homeless romantic and homosexual. I'm sorry. Nah. It's looking like you should not help him at all. Sorry. That's what I have. It's just dead weight. He need to figure it out and y'all move on. No, thank you. That's what I have. I sincerely wish you the best. Thank you so much for booking with me, number 15, and you have a good night. Bye. Okay. I'm so sorry. I have not read. Okay. See. Okay. I had to refund client number 16. Okay. Okay, this was 16. Okay. All right, so where we at? We on 17 now? We on 17. Okay. All right, we have two more clients to take care of, and then we're gonna wrap the live stream up. Give me 1 second. I'll be right back. Hello, I'm back. Antoinette, Cowan, 5346. Ha! I heard, but you know what? I haven't watched the video yet. I've been working my ass trying to get on Tyler's level. So I haven't been really into tarot. But he was, is, and always will be one of my favorite tarot readers. When I first started, I sent him an email. I told him to not change, and I told him that he inspired me to go on YouTube and be my authentic self because I like how honest he is, and he just has a natural, funny personality, and I can't wait to watch the reading because he does, he has been spot on, especially when I was watching him consistently. But I always support Tyler Tarot. I love him. Yeah. Thank you for letting me know. I can't wait to I'm gonna listen to it when I get in the shower before bed. And yeah. Hey man, I already know that I'm an acquired taste. I'm not for everybody. And I understand that. And I'm not trying to be. So, but God bless whoever that was. And much love and respect to Tyler, always and forever. That's my guy right there. Love you, Tyler. That was so goofy. All right. This is number 17. All right, number 17. Thank you so much for booking with me. I hope all is well. Let's get into your reading. All right. What's the deal? What does A feel about you? I'm not going to say the name, but what does A feel about you? Let's see. What does A feel about my client? What does A feel about my client? Okay. Three of Cups, Seven of Wands, Five of Pentacles, Death, back of the Two of Swords, Ace of Swords, and Tower. Oh my goodness. He's worried about you and another person. He feels like you are better than the person that he's dealing with locally. And although you seem to be much better for him than the other person, he wonders if it's wise to put all his eggs in one basket with you. He is skeptical about taking a connection to another level because what if you are not all that he thinks you are? And he worries like if he's everything that you want and need too. He's discouraged about the connection. You make him feel good, but it seems like he feels more safe with it being long distance. Yeah, it feels like he feels more safe with y'all being at a long distance because if you guys were to be, in the same vicinity, you may uncover things about him that you don't like and leave him Five of Pentacles and Death, or he could possibly very well do the same thing to you. So he's like playing it by ear. But so far, so good. He just questions the validity of it. Like, is it real? Are you really who you say you are? Are you really, is it an illusion? He don't know. And then he's hiding something from you that only God knows. You got the tower here, the all-seeing eye, and then lightning striking down the tower, kicking people out. So it's like, if you knew everything about him, would you still stay? Would you, would you stay around? Why is this tower here? Six of Pentacles. So as far as looks and things like that, he's not worried about that. If you knew his financial situation, he feels like if you knew the truth about it, you wouldn't want to have anything to do with him. You would be skeptical about entertaining a connection with him. That's what he feels with the Six of Pentacles here. He feels like he doesn't have enough to like share with you or invest in you. Cancer, Taurus, Aries, Scorpio, Libra, Gemini, Aquarius could be significant. But yeah, he's skeptical about taking it to another level because he know he's not ready and he hiding shit. And if he's doing a good job hiding shit, how well of a job are you doing hiding shit from him? Like, what is it that he doesn't know about you? Because he know you don't know some shit about him, such as his finances. Anything else? I'm going to pull some messages of advice, but then I won't read them until later. Okay, I'm going to put these to the side. We're going to find out what the tea, what's the tea on my client's person that she's getting this reading about? What's the tea on this person? That's the oven. What's the tea on this person? Fake flexing, money. Didn't I tell you he was hiding his money issues? First card that came out from the tea deck is fake flexing. Acts rich, flosses money, acts fancy, shows off, etc. Haunted, memories, flashback, trauma, side effects. He can have some mental health, emotional issues going on. Idol, love, respected, admired, idolized, fan. So this person loves being validated from people. This person loves having a lot of attention on them. So they pretend to live a life and be a person that they're completely not. And it has a lot to do with their finances. This person feels like money gives them the recognition, the validation, the gratification that they need to feel good. And they're not about to tell anybody that they broke or struggling, because once the cat is out the bag, I mean, shit, people not gonna fuck with them like that. They're not gonna have that same prestigious reputation no more. They have to depict themselves as being a catch when they're really, I'm not saying that they're not, but they're not on the level that they, appear to be, present themselves as. What's your advice? Protected, second chance, acceptance, and interference. Didn't I tell you it was a third party here? Interference. And an external party is intruding on this relationship. Then you got acceptance. Everything happens for a reason. You got protected. You are safe and divinely guided. Pay attention to them red flags. And then you got second chance. This relationship deserves a second chance. So even if you were to cut this person off, they're not gonna, let you go easily. They may try to come back and get themselves together after getting themselves together, but who you think they are now is a flat out lie. And their trust issues towards you stem towards them being dishonest towards you. They're living a lie. So how do they know that you're not living a lie too? That's what I have. I sincerely wish you the best. Thank you so much for booking with me, and you have a good day. Bye-bye. All right. Last but not least, client number 18. Okay, this is our last client. Ariel was taken. You're very close. It's a chicken pot pie. It's not a shepherd's pie, but it is a pie. And I'm very impressed by that, by your guess. I really am. That's a real good guess. Okay. Number 18. Okay. Number 18, last but not least, how you doing? Thank you for booking with me. Let's get into your 2-question reading. You feel like your job is playing with your salary. Y'all supposed to get slight increases every year, and the amounts came out today, and you didn't get one. Very thankful you have a job. You just want to know if there's something malicious going on or maybe something else that you're not aware of. You want the tarot to look into it and see what's going on. And if you should say something about it. Okay. Let's see. All right. What is the energy surrounding my client not getting her pay increase this year? Why didn't she get her pay increase that she would usually get, that everybody should get? Because I work for a company that does that too. This was a technical error. This was a technical error. You got the back of the King of Wands, the back of the Five of Cups where you see a rose growing from the concrete, and 2 cups. It's focusing more so on the 2 cups that are still standing versus the 3 cups that spilled over. Then you got the back of the King of Wands that talks about a king, someone in charge, wondering if he settled everything, if everything that he thinks he's taking care of is actually taken care of. Like, did I miss something? Did I do things the right way? Did I, make a wrong turn at some point? So leadership could already be having an inkling of if everything is settled for your team or your department as far as this matter is concerned. And then you got the Ace of Swords, clarity, communication, victory, knowledge. And then you got the Four of Wands, talks about stability, happiness, content, prosperity. So to sum it up, it looks like it was an honest mistake. Even if it wasn't an honest mistake, it's a mistake that can be fixed if you go to HR or go to whoever you're supposed to go to. Who should she talk to about this? Who should my client talk to about her not getting her raise? Who should my client talk to about getting her raise that was overlooked? The Five of Cups, the Nine of Swords, and the Magician. It's somebody that you're intimidated by. It is somebody that you're intimidated by or scared to ask. You got anxiety about even asking them or talking to them about it. Tell me more on who my client should talk to in regards to getting her increase that she's entitled to. I'm hearing talk to me nice. The King of Cups, it's a supervisor. It could be a water sign. Talk to your supervisor about it first, and they'll talk to management or a director or somebody that'll reach out to HR. If you were to directly go to HR, it'll look like you're trying to get somebody in trouble and overstep, and they'll try to flip it as if you're a problem. You get further along talking to your supervisor. And just be nice about it. I heard in my head while I was shuffling, talk to me nice. Tell me more. Butterfly, tree, cutlery, and gold. Do you get along with your supervisor? Even if you don't, this is just stupid for them to not give you your money. But there's a strong possibility that you could leave this job and go somewhere else. I don't see them firing you. I see you leaving. I want you to be careful though, because they could try to put you in a position to quit so they don't have to worry about firing you. There is something rather malicious, I feel, is going on here. I don't know why they thought you wasn't gonna notice. Let's see. As a matter of fact, I'm gonna use a different deck. What, from the Patakas of the Orisha, what is my client's advice on moving forward with how to resolve this issue with her increase not being added to her salary? Justice. Okay. Justice. They doing stupid shit. If they don't fix this, you have a right to sue them. Well, I'm not going to say that because I'm not licensed to give legal advice, but I can advise you to talk to a lawyer about this, because it looked bad for them. It looked bad on them. Okay. You can try doing it the right way by talking to the supervisor. And if they don't figure it out, make sure you go to the company's website, HR department, and look up their policies on the pay increases. And make sure you have a timestamp on it where it has the date and time on it, in case they try to change some shit thinking that you don't have information prior to the change. Just cover your bases, because you may end up catching their ass up in a lie. Just saying. Make sure you got in real time documentation of how the policies work for the instantaneous pay increase that everybody is entitled to. See how that works. And after that, You'll know how to move forward. You'll know if they're playing games with you. Justice card can be a card of legal issues. Certainly, it is a card where actions and decisions are being evaluated. Were we good? Did we fulfill our obligations? These are all the questions we might ask when expecting to receive a grade. Justice comes in many forms in the Orisha tradition. On the justice card, we encounter a worldly judge and a spiritual one. Obatala governs our life in the world. He may judge our actions and determine if we are on the right path or behaving properly. He is known for being more of a forgiving Orisha. Even when others might turn their back or be angry, we can invoke his mercy to protect and guide us. Judges, Adua judges our life at the end. It is said that we have the final say of our life and what we might have to resolve in whatever comes next. Unlike Obatala, Adua is strict and not easily negotiated with. For this reason, many fear this Orisha. Through any Orisha may be a vehicle of justice or against us in life. Though any Orisha may be a vehicle of justice for or against us in life, there are three who stand out as defining different approaches. Oshoshi represents blind justice that adheres to the letters of the law. If you are wrong, no matter the reason, you will face consequences. Shango is the defender of the right and will relentlessly pursue wrongdoers. If you are wrong and there are good reasons you broke the law, you may be excused. They're calling your people out for purposely leaving your pay increase out your salary. I hope that you're following this. Ogun is the violent, righteous of instant. Ojun is the violent, righteous of instant justice that is swift and without temperance. If you are wrong, the axe will fall before you. Can even give an explanation. Together, these orishas represent the ways in which justice may be carried out. All right. When this card shows up, it is important to know what agreements you are living up to and which you are not. It is important for the person getting the reading to be honest with themselves to avoid trouble down the road. If the person is involved in any contracts or deals, it is crucial to have a lawyer involved as protection from others' malice. They on bullshit. Though the Orisha won't punish people for breaking rules they did not know about, but people certainly will. It is important to make sure we are well informed about our obligations when this card shows up. Rules you don't know about still apply and may cost you in the long run. There's a legal issue here. There's a problem with contracts here. Clear agreements are required for relationships to work, and the truth will surface for better or worse. You might be taking their ass to court. They did that shit on purpose. Your advice is don't be afraid to judge what you see in others and seek justice only if you are in the right. So cover your ass, make sure everything is, in its appropriate place. Try to do things the right way. When that don't work, make sure before you even try to do things the right way to get as many facts as you can on how this pay increase, this salary increase works. Look up the documentation in the HR, look up emails, all of that. Screenshot it, do what you got to do to keep, to have you a paper trail. Then try to see about them doing things the right way. If they don't resolve it, talk to a lawyer because you might got them by the balls. They on bullshit. For sure. For sure. That's what I have for you. Thank you. Let's go to your next question. If you should go on and say something about it, what does your spirit team think you should do to protect yourself and guide yourself through the conversation? Yeah, I think I just answered all of that. And I'm sorry, I do have a tendency to do that in my readings. Yes, be nice about it. But before you even talk to them, get your documentation so you can have something that's dated, has the date and time and year and all of that, that talks about their policies and how that works. So, and make sure you communicate through email. That way you have a paper trail on what they're saying, along with the documentation that's time-stamped, just in case they lie about something or tell you something that's conflicting on what was on the information that you got from HR. If they don't try to resolve it, talk to an attorney. Yeah. You are an attorney? What the hell? You got to talk to a different attorney then. I mean, of course, don't talk to anybody there, but you got to talk to somebody, and you got to start like getting your paperwork together. You got to get your paperwork together because you may end up catching them up in a lie, and you want to make sure you have time-stamped, predated information that you can prove was out there before they changed it, and how it correlates to them trying to switch some shit around and update information so that they don't have to pay you. It's something you got to catch them in a lie with the paper. You got to set a paper trail, and you got to get proof on how things work, proof in writing. But you're an attorney, you already know, you know what I'm talking about. But I'm gonna ask for additional advice. But I think that's pretty much the gist of it. Number 18. I think that's the gist of it. You setting a paper trail, timestamp data that contradicts whatever it is that they say to me, that seems like it'll be enough. But unless you plan on fighting them yourself, you're gonna have to see an attorney somewhere. But before you see the attorney, you need to do your homework. Any additional information you have for my client on how they can protect themselves if they decide to move forward and seek resolution for the loss of a salary? The Four of Swords. Okay, the Four of Swords. In the Four of Swords, we run into compromises that we must live with. This is a card where we find ways to step away from conflict and bring about a truce. Okay, so the best way to go about doing it is to talk to somebody and be nice about it. It's a strong possibility that they may try to find a way not to pay you. So, like I said, make sure you understand how that pay increase works and have data that's time stamped that you can use as a source of truth if they try to change anything that so happen contradicts that data that you collect, the policies, whatever you want to call it. As long as you have the correct data and you can catch them up in the lie, they don't have no choice but to pay you. But if you don't have the right information, I don't know the correct terms, but I know that HR would be able to give you something in writing pertaining to how that pay increase works. And you hold on to that and make sure that it's time stamped with the date and everything. But in the case of them giving you information that contradicts that, you may have a case or issue, and instead of like you taking them to court, they'll try to like work it out with you. But initially, when looking for a resolution, you want to come off as if you don't want it to get that far. You want to play it off like, oh, it could have been a mistake, but I did notice that, the increase didn't hit my account. Yeah, I haven't been notified of anything. So did they change the date of when they were going to release the funds, or, just play it off like that? Yeah. It is a card where we find ways to step away from conflict and bring about a truce. In the Orisha traditions, Ogun carries this quality within his nature. At one point in his story, he was rage-filled, destructive force, quarreling with everyone and taking what he wanted. Things reached a breaking point when he raped his mother. Afterwards, he vowed to work tirelessly for humanity and progress in an attempt to make amends. He set out and cut first the roads through the trees and began process of invention and progress that he continues to this day. So yeah, he did something bad. This story talks about how Ogun did something bad. He raped his mother, and after he did that, he spent the rest of his life, even up to this day, to make amends and make it better for other people. So this is clearly talking about how somebody fucked up, and they know they fucked up. And once you bring it to their attention, they'll be a fool to not make it right. They'll be a fool to not make it right. But you cover your ass with the paperwork and screenshots and dated information just in case they decide. It's likely for them to fix this. It's very likely for them to fix this. But if they don't, that's their ass. Yeah. And again, this card talks about contracts and agreements just like justice did. Listen, it's important to look at what we need and the cost that comes from making things happen. Our use of technology provides connections at an unprecedented level, but the precious metals required for our smartphones come with a large environmental cost. Rash decisions, acting from anger, or deciding things hurriedly will lead to long lasting, standing consequences. Using reason, listen to this, using reason with a cool head will allow for better outcomes. So you handle this cool, you'll get your way. If you like start getting pissed, it's just not gonna go well. It's a time for it's a time of progress and growth, peace after conflicts, atonement for mistakes made, and contracts and agreements. They want you to think before you act. Go somewhere and calm down if you get upset. And basically, that's it. So, how you handle it plays just as much as an essential role as what they're going to do. And that's crazy. They played with your money and you got to be all zen. But yeah, you got to play the game. They'll be stupid to not meet your demands, to not give you what's already, that's already yours. They'll be stupid to do it, but in case they do, have them timestamps and that document, that information already put to the side. But that's what I have for you. I wish you the best. And then another thing, if it gets to the point where you have to go to court, you're gonna have to talk to an attorney about something. You of course not go to their firm, but start finding out who their rivals are. Start finding out who your firm rivals with. You may have to call them up and have them fight for you. And do your research on that too. But you're an attorney, so you know how that go. But I think the best approach for that, if you do have to take them to court, is to find out who their rivals are and talk to them about it. All right. Thank you so much for booking with me. I sincerely wish you the best, sincerely. And you have a good evening. Thank you guys. I love you. I'll see you guys tomorrow and have a good day. Bye-bye.